I'd be equally as willing for a dentist to be drilling than to ever let a woman in my life.
By the people, of the people. That is one of the biggest faults that could ever be made. Moved. If the lady wasn't in the room, which I don't think is necessary, my body at present have cigar burns, cigarette burns all over it. My testicles at times bother me now from cigarette butts, sticks, rifles, laying on the table with my head.
And when you smile for all the little girls in the audience, you can open your mouth. You got some teeth missing too, don't you?
Can I remind you of one thing that's
anytime you beg another man to set you free, you will never be free. Freedom is something that you have to do for yourself. Just like the white man in America brought about freedom for himself by letting the people who oppressed him and colonized him know that he was willing to pay the price. And until the American Negro lets the white man know that we are really ready and willing to pay the price that is necessary for freedom, our people will always be walking around here second-class citizens, or what you call 20th century slaves.
what price are you talking about, sir?
The price of freedom is death.
Malcolm, this was your first public statement in that 90-day period, is it not?
First time I opened up my mouth in 90 days. That's why I'm talking so fast and so hearty.
You feel, however, that we're making progress in this country and worldwide?
No. I will never say that progress is being made. If you stick a knife in my back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches, there's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that the blow made. And they haven't even begun to pull the knife out, much less try and heal the wound. They won't even admit the knife is there.
Slides needs a reply from one of the people in the picture. You tell me what you think the person would say. All right.
Righty, right.
Isn't the plumage beautiful?
I just say what the other person would say.
Yes.
The plumage beautiful.
Oh, yes, well, don't think about it too long. Just say the first thing that pops into your mind.
Cabbages, knickers. It's not got a beak.
Good. The boy you always quarrelled with is seriously ill?
My mind is a blank. And I'll smash your face for you, yar blockos.
Good. What do you want?
No time for the old in and out, love. I've just come to read the meter.
Good. You sold me a crummy watch. I want my money back.
You know what you can do with that watch? Stick it up your ass.
Good. You can do whatever you like with these.
Eggy wigs. I would like to smash them and pick them all up and throw... Ow! Fucking hell.
Private lives of people here are infinitely wilder than they would appear to be on the surface, in the open.
Is that indeed why there is wildness in the characters of the plays you've written about this time?
Yes, I like to show the surface of their lives and then to show what's back of the surface, it makes an interesting contrast.
Maybe that's why people everywhere can relate to your characters, no matter where they come from.
I hope they can. I've never understood it, because I think of myself as being a very, very peculiar and eccentric person, and I don't see how the majority of people could relate at all to the people I create.
Maybe it's the eccentric in each individual that they see.
You think other people are as eccentric as me? my higgins. Well, that's a relief to hear that. It's very encouraging. I shall continue with my eccentricity now.
The music, Western Swing, a dynamic hybrid of jazz, blues, and traditional country music. The music, Western Swing, a dynamic hybrid of jazz, blues, and traditional country music. The music, Western Swing, a dynamic hybrid of jazz, blues, and traditional country music.
Talk smart, my friend the wizard. Now, Captain Lou Albano in a six-man tag team match. I guess you'll be looking forward to it. You'll be out there watching the captain. You notice I've been in strict training. You notice I've trimmed down. I'm down to 240 pounds with a 36-inch waist, a 56-inch chest, 22-inch bicep. I can do 109 flat. I can suplex from my knees. I can chicken wing, step over toe hold. I can do anything anyone can do, brother, and better and more of it. Because I'm Captain Leno, the guiding light, the maker of champions. But let's talk about the champion, the main man, King Kong.
We would like to direct our...
Thanks, 1,000, monsieur. 1,000 thanks for that. Oh, shame. How many times have I told you not to be frightened? Have I not told you? God, look, after all these children.
What are you doing, Linda?
I find these things in the house. I don't want these things, Montag. They frighten me.
You spend your whole life in front of this family on the wall. These books are my family. When did we first meet? And where?
What?
When did we meet for the first time?
I don't know. Let me think. No, I really can't remember.
Oh, that's rather sad. Don't you think? I do. I think it's very sad. Behind each of these books, there's a man. That's what interests me so. Leave them alone and go back to bed.
I can't sleep.
You have your pills, haven't you?
Hey, fellas, look what's here.
Oh, they like the mud.
Nah, maybe they're brothers.
Hey, what are you, boy or girl?
He's a girl, can't you see?
I'm a man.
You're a what?
Sure. I can name all the presidents of the United States. Can you?
So what? I bet the cream puff can't even swim.
That's how much you know. We have a pool in there and an instructor, and I go in swimming every day.
A pool in the house? Balloon. Let's see you swim.
In there, it's dirty.
Dirty? Dirty says it's dirty. I'll sock 'em. Hey, what's that junk you got in your mouth like a horse?
This? It's a brace to make my teeth straight.
What? I can do that with one wallop.
You just try. My uncle is Judge Griswold.
Yeah, did you ever hear Judge Boykin? He's a friend of mine, see? He sent me to reform school once. Why didn't you come down here? You afraid of?
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything.
All right, then. Come on down if you're not afraid of anything.
All right, I will.
Yeah? Well... Hey, Sharpie. Come here.
All right.
Hey. What's it for?
What's the matter here?
Oh,
but those horrible children. I see them from above. Philip didn't want to wait for me, Mr. Griswold.
Shut up, you big bag of wind.
You try to hit him.
Go get in the Army and Navy for a bodyguard.
Next time, try hitting them back. They're your age. If they try to fight back.
Come here, guys. Here's how we're going to get that lump of mud.
Fellas, watch.
Espèce de sale garçon! Mauvais sujet, voilà les manières, voyous!
Hey, lady! Has your kitchen stove got diamonds in it like that kid makes out?
No.
Woo! No.
No.
Don't think that. Just let it sit.
I don't feel like it.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, huh? Friend of Dave's.
No.
Yeah. Comes to see him all the time. Hey, wait for me, fellas, will ya?
Oh, just a moment, Doctor. I haven't much time.
Matter of fact, I haven't much time myself. Dr. Parson tells me you're a great hunter.
Well, you could hardly expect me to enter your office leading a pack of hounds.
I understand you don't like to talk about your health.
That's right.
Any particular reason why?
It's just a boring subject, that's all.
Oh, most people love it. I make my living by listening to them.
Then I'm afraid you're wasting your time.
I'll send you a bill.
I'm 23 years old. An only child. I weigh 110 pounds stripped. I've had measles, mumps, and whooping cough, all at the proper ages. I believe I have no congenital weaknesses. Shall I go on?
Yes, please.
My father drank himself to death. My mother lives in Paris. I take a great deal of exercise. I'm accustomed to a reasonable quantity of tobacco and alcohol. I'm said to have a sense of humor. Is that enough?
Only inconsequential facts.
Thank you. What are the consequential ones?
Does that light bother you?
Not at all.
Do you use your eyes a great deal?
I generally keep them open, Doctor.
What do you do with yourself down there in Long Island?
Oh, horses, dogs, shooting, yachting. Travel, parties, gossip. All the pleasures of the station wagon crowd. You don't think much of that, do you?
No, not much.
Why not?
Just doesn't appeal to me, that's all.
Do you condemn everything that doesn't appeal to you?
Oh, by no means. You asked for my opinion, I gave it.
Well, anyway, that's my racket. What's yours?
Mine? Oh. Brain surgery, large practice, about 10 days off every summer.
Sounds awful.
It is.
Then why do you do it?
Because, like yourself, I've been caught in a racket.
Oh, Doctor, what a relief to know that you're no better than I am.
Ah, but you see, I'm clearing out of my racket. I'm leaving for Vermont in about 15 minutes.
Vermont? You don't mean that narrow, pinched-up little state on the wrong side of Boston?
That's the one.
No kidding.
No kidding.
What are you going to do there between yawns?
Ah, you wouldn't be interested.
Oh, come now, Doctor, after leading me on like this.
Well, I'm going to do scientific research on the growth of cells.
In little guinea pigs.
No, just cells.
Sounds silly.
So I'm told.
Still, I almost envy you. Must be nice to believe in what you're doing.
Don't you?
Not in the way you do. Oh, I'm not complaining. Take it all in all, they've dealt me a very good hand. I'm young, I have no particular responsibilities. I don't intend to cultivate any either. Once free or without. Shall probably marry someday, no hurry about that. When I do, I shall build a house on a ridge I know with a glorious view. I have my horses. Any luck, I'll have about 40 years of that. I think that's a pretty good setup.
What did you do yesterday?
I played bridge in the afternoon, I went to the theater in the evening.
Did you make him put out his intentions? No. You don't never question Rizzo. And Rizzo is questionable. That man ain't told the truth since he got in office. That man ain't been agreeable since he got the name of mayor. We're saying it's about time that y'all start putting the truth. Don't question the person that's telling the truth. Question the person that's telling the lie. We're saying we ain't talking about hurting nobody's religion. We ain't talking about killing off nobody's religion. Rizzo is talking about religion persecution. He's talking about putting us in a gas oven. He's talking about killing our babies, genocide like they did the Indians, like they did the Jews. We're saying it's about time that the news media start questioning Rizzo's record. Say he's the one using an excuse to slaughter off a whole black family, not moving.
All right. This organization, healthy babies, strong babies, and Rizzo's trying to tell the people that we sick, that we unhealthy. He's trying to win the opinion of the people so he can come in here and kill us. And people be saying, yeah, that's right, Moo needed to be killed because they was diseased. Moo needed to be killed because they ain't take a bath, which is a goddamn lie because it don't matter how you look, how you dress, because if you right and you talk about being clean, your appearance don't matter. Because you saying you got Rizzo that wears Brooke Brothers suit, all kinds of nice lines, nice pat lips. I'm saying he's the nastiest motherfucker on the face of this earth. They ain't gotta have on no clean clothes to be clean. What Moo is saying is any time that you will allow a man to sit there and lie to you, embezzle from you, because he's all dressed up and all fashionable, then you're making a big mistake. I'm saying people look at us because our hair is uncombed and because we dress like this, they'll turn the fuck off. They don't want to live next to us, but they'll turn the fuck around and live right next to a motherfucker like Rizzo. That's our children.
Machines?
No, Morlocks.
You mean those animals run machines?
They are Morlocks.
But have you ever seen the machines?
No, only heard of them.
Well, who told you?
The rings.
What sort of rings?
Rings that talk.
Could you show me these talking rings?
Come this way.
These are the talking rings?
Yes.
They speak. Of what?
Things no one here understands.
Make it talk.
The war between the East and West, which is now in its 326th year, has at last come to an end. There is nothing left to fight with, and few of us left to fight. The atmosphere has become so polluted with deadly germs that it can no longer be breathed. There is no place on this planet that is immune. The last surviving factory for the manufacture of oxygen has been destroyed. Stockpiles are rapidly diminishing, and when they are gone, we must die. My name is of no consequence. The important thing you should know is that I am the last who remembers how each of us, man and woman, made his own decision. Some chose to take refuge in the great caverns and find a new way of life far below the Earth's surface. The rest of us decided to take our chances in the sunlight, small as those chances might be.
From the talking rings, I learned how the human race divided itself and how the world of the Eloi and the Morlocks began. By some awful quirk of fate, the Morlocks had become the masters and the Eloi their servants. The Morlocks maintained them and bred them like cattle, only to take them below when they reached maturity, which explained why there were no older people among them. Now I knew I must go below. It was the only means of finding a way up into the Sphinx to reach my machine and find out what happened to the little people when they did go below.
Don't go.
Sarah, this is Smith, and this is your son, is it?
That's right.
Won't you sit down? I was sorry to hear about your husband. He was a jolly good worker and served the firm well. We've arranged to pay you the £500 insurance in cash. That is what you wanted, wasn't it?
That's right.
You're the new breadwinner now, are you?
Yeah. Well, he will be when he gets the job.
We can always fix you up here.
No, thanks.
Would you sign this receipt, please?
It's a shame you had to wait for a poor devil to die before parting with 500 quid. Come on.
Goodbye to you both.
Served the firm well, like Ellie did. I expect they're glad this happened after that last strike. Dad got him out all right. I got the raise as well.
Did you see him all right?
Yes, thanks. Why'd you learn to drive like this? We couldn't have a taxi. Hey, look, keep death off the road. Hey, get a load of this gear in the back. What's in here? I'll wear that. Hey, do you want a fag? Great. There you are. Thanks. Where shall we go to then, James?
Who do you think I am, the bloody chauffeur? Just shut up here, get out and walk.
Go on, run him over. Better luck next time. Let's go to London.
We haven't got enough petrol.
Hey, birds. Slow down then. Slow down.
We'll have these.
Hello, gorgeous.
Coming for a ride?
Who are they? I don't know. Cut the notice. Skid show off.
Don't be like that, darling. I'm just trying out my new car. A birthday present from the old man. Coming?
A big business.
It is honest. I'm 21 today, right, mate?
That's right, yeah.
You coming?
Where are you going then?
Where do you want to go?
London.
Me as well. We're going to, aren't we, Colin?
Well, you can count me out. I've got better things to do with my time.
Don't be like that, darling. We could have been there and back by now, skidding up and down them hills, round them bends.
I said you can count me out. Anyway, that isn't your car.
It is honest. Come on.
Hey, come on, let's go for a ride. No, I've got to do me mum's shopping today.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Oh, shut up, you.
Well, I'll help you if you want to do it later.
Come on, Doc. Don't play hard to get.
Come on, Audrey. Well, not too far then.
And you got one.
Make yourselves
It mustn't be very long.
All right.
Okay.
Away we go.
I've puffed. Your old man must be well off then buying you a car for your birthday.
Yeah, he is.
Where did you get it from?
We found it on a rubbish heap, didn't we, Mike? Yeah. I'll keep it to you, Sam.
Hey, you pitched it, didn't you?
See how bothered it is.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, I wanted a breath of fresh air. I'll take it back tonight.
You'll end up in prison one of these days. If you ain't careful. Oh.
It's to get me out of this dump.
Can't the only way to get out of it?
Tell me another way, then.
And stop that for a start. London's a place I've always wanted to live in. I went there once with a friend. We went on a day excursion and looked all around the shops. Oh, Oxford Street was lovely. You should have seen Piccadilly Circus. Oh, it was wonderful. All lit up like day. They get all the films there first, too.
Yeah, I know.
Phyllis had a fair job dragging me to the station. I wanted to stay there. Get a job.
There's other places besides London, you know.
Well, I don't think so. Well, I'm a her anyway.
Why?
Come on, Gladys. What? Oh.
I'll drive you back.
Don't bother. Take the bus.
Suit yourself.
Finally, do remember to tolerate your friends' friends, however alien and peculiar they may seem to you. Don't.
Doesn't Cousin Midge's face look swollen?
Well,
that's because she's pregnant.
Is that
why? I think it's irresponsible. To have children, I mean. Well, somebody's got to have children, Jackie. We can't let the rest die out.
Babies grow up to look like you. That must be fun. Mother malice, strangle violence, suppress prejudice.
Oh, here's Montag.
Be tolerant today. Remember, being just pretty is not enough. The wife who uses translucid knows better than that. Try some today, but watch out for your friend's husband. They'll be round like flies.
Come on, Montag, be good now. Come on over and sit with us. Look, you haven't seen Jackie and Doris and Helen for ages. It's very rude, you know.
Leave me alone.
Aren't you well? All right. But it's very naughty.
123 have finished their course and been reclassified. 2 cells of antisocials were located earlier today in the Western metropolitan area. The police have declined to comment so far. Meanwhile, the Report Those Who Threaten You campaign met with particular success today.
When an old woman cousins chose to be burned with her books rather than being separated from them.
If
that's a joke, you know, it's not in very good taste.
You would like to think that, wouldn't you?
Don't be silly, Montag. Things like that don't happen.
You mean you don't want to hear about it? I saw it.
Well, my husband says...
Oh, your husband. You don't even know where he is, your husband.
Montag!
Of course I know. He's been called on reserve to some field training.
Or to fight a little war, perhaps. You never know, do you?
Why do you call it that?
Well, even if he was, what about it? He's not allowed to call me till it's all over. It'll only be about a week or two.
Anyway, he'll be all right. Point about wars is, if you want to call them that. It's only other women's husbands who get killed in them.
That's true. I never knew anyone who got killed in a... Not anyone whose husband died like that. Getting run over, jumping out of a window, yes. Like Gloria's husband a few nights ago. But never that other way. Anyway, that's life, isn't it?
That's what you call it. You're nothing but zombies, all of you. Just like those husbands of yours you don't even know anymore. You're not living, you're just killing time.
Well, I think it's time to go.
Yes, thank you. It was a lovely afternoon.
Really fun.
Yes.
Sit down, come on, sit down. It will only take a minute.
Whatever's that? Darling, it's not a book.
That's what it is, it's a novel.
Oh, but a book? Oh, you mustn't. It's against the law.
Quiet, sit down and listen.
Since Montag really insists. But when he's through, I hope we can do as we please.
There can be no disparity in marriage like unsuitability of mind and purpose. I had endeavored to adapt Dora to myself and found it impracticable. It remained for me to adapt myself to Dora, to share with her what I could and be happy. It made my second year much happier than my first, and what was better still, made Dora's life all sunshine. But as that year wore on, Dora was not strong. I had hoped that lighter hands than mine would help to mold her character, and that a baby smile up on her breast might change my child wife to a woman. It was not to be. My pretty Dora. We thought she would be running about as she used to do in a few days. But they say to wait a few days more, and then wait a few days more, and still she neither ran nor walked. I began to carry her downstairs every morning and upstairs every night. But sometimes when I took her up and felt that she was lighter in my arms, a dead blank feeling came upon me, as if I were approaching to some frozen region, yet unseen, that numbed my life. I avoided the recognition of this feeling by any name or by any communing with myself until one night, when it was very strong upon me, and my aunt had left her with a parting cry, "Oh, goodbye, little Blossom." I sat down at my desk alone and cried to think of what a fatal name it was, and how the blossom withered in its bloom up in the tree.
I knew that's what would happen. It's what I've always said. Life isn't like novels. Novels and tears, novels and suicide. Novels are sick. That was sheer cruelty, Montag. You're a cruel man.
All those words, idiotic words, evil words that hurt people. Isn't there enough trouble as it is? Why disturb people with that sort of filth?
Poor Doris.
Bye, Linda. We were having such a nice party. Such a shame.
I don't know those feelings. I've forgotten all about those things.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doris.
They won't come back. I'll be all alone. I won't be popular anymore. They won't use me in the family anymore.
And you made Doris cry.
She cried because it is true.
What are you going to do now? Haven't you done enough harm already?
Leave me alone, Linda. I've got reading to do, quite a lot.
What's the matter with you? Aren't you well?
It's nothing. I've got to read. I've got to catch up with the remembrance of the past.